Morning, viewers. Just spent the first night in the tent and slept very well. We're out in the middle of really nowhere at the moment. There's we can see behind me. There's a lot of tents there, all ours, and over behind me there's a fair few vehicles that have come across the desert, probably from Birdsville and heading west. Today's our lay day here, so there's over that direction there's a hot water spring which is good for swimming in, and I might try it out. But at the moment it's just starting to rain, which is very unusual for this time of year or this area. Noisy little bird. Yeah, so today we just do a bit of swimming, get to know each other, wander around. There's a bit of a walk around the hot spring, which I'll do later, and get everything sorted out for tomorrow, where we start walking. Tomorrow's just a 15-kilometre walk to our first campsite, and then after that it's 20 the next day, 20 the day after that, and I think it's a 15 for the fourth day, and then be 25 after that every day to get to Birdsville. So that's our aim. We'll just go around, give you a look around the camp again. So yeah, that's where we are. Well, I'm just back to give you an update of what's going on. It's still drizzling and just cold, but just waiting around here for it for the weather to clear up. It looks like it is actually clearing up out there to the west. We just want to walk over to these hot springs. Looks like there's a fire out there, but it's just the steam coming off the water because of the cold weather. There's a few people in our group that's gone for a swim. It's nice and warm in there. It's about 34 degrees, I think it is. I'll have a look when I get there. But that's beautiful to swim in. Nice and warm for the day. But getting out and rugging up again, I think I'll stay dry for the time being, and this afternoon, if it clears up, I'll go for a bit of a swim then. It's just a very, very light drizzle at the moment. I might go for a walk around that pool and I think it's about 1.4 kilometre walk around, even 2 kilometres, take half an hour. So we'll go and have a look at that. I think up on top of the hills, just up there in front, there's a bit of a lookout, so might just wander up to there. Just go down to the water and have a look at our swimmers and others brave enough to do it. Oh, it's a beautiful area out here. I just love this place. Rather be out here any day than in suburbia. This ground's getting quite slippery too. But, and it sticks to your shoes, so you're walking. Oops, we went over. So you're walking tall as you're walking along. Oh. We get oodles and oodles here. I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to the camera. I'm not half crazy. I can see the steam coming off now. We got a couple of people in here. Wave to the camera.
You should join us.
I should.
Yeah, it's freezing. My toes are actually going purple.
Look at the purple toes.
At the house, see, they're going purple. They're going purple. Oh.
Just dive. Yeah, I'll come in when the sunshine comes out.
The thing is, the getting in is fine. The getting up's going to be the problem.
Yeah, well, I'm going for a walk around.
So good.
If you go missing, you know I'm on the track somewhere.
The truck that way?
Yeah, just going
Alright.
right.
Gotcha.
See you later.
See ya.
You'll be a lot taller when you get back.
I know, I'll walk tall. Now, look, people have got their clothes hanging up. We got the main pool where you enjoy swimming. Is soaking of the water is a warm 34-38 degrees and up to 14 metres deep. West of the main pool, the spring flow is a rate of 160 litres per second at a temperature of 43 degrees C. I'm pretty sure this water comes from New Guinea and comes down. It comes into Queensland and Winton. There's some up on Atherton. There's another pools up there and down here. So yeah. Okay, we'll go for a bit of a walk and see what we can find. See what we can see. Ooh. Tell you what, if I don't go over today, it'll be good luck, I think. I'm at the top end of the springs, just walking around the western side. I haven't got me compass with me or phone with me to tell me what direction I'm going, and as the sun's not out, it's hard to tell where north, south, east and west are. There's some nice foliage here, some of the local plant life. Ooh, that's wet. I think I've got a seat here or a barricade. Right. All these white patches on the ground. That's salt. The salt that's come out the artesian water. In the distance, the mountain range. I'll do a 360 for you to show you what is in this area. And that's where the springs are, just in there. There's a parrot in there somewhere. Back row, there's a lookout up there. There's a group of people up on top now. It's probably some of our crew. If the rain would go away, it'd be an absolute magical day out here. But it's a nice day now. The rain's just stopped for a second, or the drizzle has just stopped for a little bit. Yeah. The lookout we're going to isn't very high, but oh well, see, there's nothing else around anyway. It's all flat ground. And he's there. Oh, there's a heap of people there. I'm up on top of the little lookout, and I'll just give you a bird's eye view of what's happening, where we are. Over here's the vehicles, or our tent and vehicles. Just to the right's the swimming hole, and I'll give you a 360 of the countryside. Out there, I think that's about east out there, so that's where we're heading. About 400 kilometres through there is Birdsville. Very flat country here, except for the hills in the background, of course. So that's our 360 from our lookout. A couple of mounds, all those mounds out there, they look like overburden from a mine, but they're not. They're just were hills in their day and they've collapsed. This is a bridge across the creek from the hot springs. The water in there, I can feel the warmth coming up onto my hand just standing here, so it's, yeah, quite nice to be even sitting in there. But, the trees seem to like it. It's fairly salty water, so these trees must be fairly salt resistant. And melaleucas, yeah, they can withstand a fair bit. And an old plough here. Ooh, nearly. What does our sign say? Kingfisher Springs Walk. 3 hours, 6 kilometres, easy. We are here, and it walks up to Mother Springs. So 3 hour and a half up, an hour and a half back. I might even do that this afternoon after lunch. If the weather's good. If you want to read all that, just put the video on pause and read it all. There's our camp back there, straight ahead. I've been back to the our camp and talked to some blokes down there at the time, and I think I've got plenty of time to go up to this Kingfisher Springs walk. So it's what, 3 hours. It's 12 past 10. I'll get back about 1 o'clock. Well, probably won't even take me that long to get back. So I'm just going to go up there and do this walk. It's one I showed you before. I better get moving if I'm going to get back for lunch. It's a road like this, I can make pretty good time. Let's see. I just talked to one of our guides, and he said stay on this road, and where it says to go up the walking track, he said stay on the road, and it's a lot better. The walking track's a lot slippery, muddied. So I'll have a look at it when I get there. I should take his advice and stay on the road. And I think it's up around those hills there somewhere is where we're going. This is nice territory out here. Maybe I should become a recluse. That's where we came from, and I'm heading this way by myself. Now this is a typical example what you should not do. I'm walking by myself. I have no food with me. I have no water with me. There is no phone coverage, even if I did bring my phone. And I have no personal locator beacon. I'm out in the Simpson Desert. It is overcast. And I don't even have a box of matches to light up the dirt to gain attention. One smart thing I did do, there's 3 people back there that know where I am and what I'm doing, and there is a group of people up in front of me that I will meet up with. So it's only a short walk, it's on road, but like I say, this is one thing you should not do, especially out in a remote area like where we are now. There's more salt on the ground. Oop, geez, it's slippery. This must be where, oh yeah, walking track goes straight ahead. One of our guides said, go to the left. He said it'll take you to the same spot. Yeah, she is a bit wet in there, so I will take his advice. And it looks like he's come back through the road. We've got footsteps here. And all I got to do is follow the footsteps. Got some dingo tracks here. I've been walking on the road not too long ago. Even he nearly slipped over. Oops, there he is. And they're headed off in that direction up that way. Dingoes out here, they're not going to worry anyone. They're timid animals. It's only when they're being fed and people feed them and they wonder why they become a nuisance. And when you don't feed them more, they attack you. So all wildlife, you don't feed them. You just leave them fend for themselves. Even there's more dingo tracks here. They're not very, but a wild dingo isn't going to come into your camp and rip you to pieces. It's not going to happen. Come across these palm trees here. They've all been chopped down because they're, I would say that they're date palms or some non-native species that the parks here don't want in this area. So I don't blame them for cutting them down. I don't like to see the destruction of vegetation, but it's a non-native species that's been planted by, I'd say, maybe the Afghanistanis when they were doing the garn years ago. Or, yeah, that'd probably be who did it. So they did it for food, and now they're not required because they're not native, and there's no one comes out here to eat the dates anyway. I just come up on top of this hill to have a look around to see if I could see the springs. I can see another group of 4 following behind me in the distance. And I get up here and what do I see? It's not smoke, it's steam coming off hot water, and there's another one over there. So in that area there's a couple of holes there, so I'll go down and have a look at them. I can't see any other steam around here. Yeah, oh, well, we'll go down and have a look at this. These springs. So someone's put up a green tape on the tree, which in green bushes is quite handy. Can't see it. There's another one of these palm trees that have been falling down. Either number 61 or number 19, whichever way you want to look at it. I don't think I can get in down there, so I might have to walk around and find another path down to it. Get up on top of this dune and see what happens. Ooh. There's more green tape. Oh well, they must have marked the tape, marked the track. If you ever want to mark the track, don't use green, don't use red, yellow. Only one colour that doesn't appear in the bush, and that's blue. So if you get the right colour blue, it will stand out like donkey's ears. Oh well, found one spring. So once you cut those trees down. No, just joking. Like I said, I'm not in favour of killing off flora or fauna. Oops, there's some birds just taken off it. I just scared some ducks. How's that for a nice swimming hole? Nice spa bath. Someone should put a ramp up in here and put a ticket booth to it and make a fortune out of it. I'll just go around a bit further. There's supposed to be a group in front of me, but I haven't seen them yet. Maybe they're hiding from me. What you got here? Oh yeah, Kingfisher Springs. This one's Kingfisher Springs. Not you can read it, not that you can read it. Okay, let's go and have a bit of a look down here. There's probably 3 or 4 springs around here. There's nothing more I can see and get down there. That it's like a bamboo type of thing. It's everywhere. You can hear water trickling here. There's a bit of a track down there, but if I go down there, no. Water cascading down there somewhere. I'm not going down there. Not the boogeyman in there. Gadachi man. Well, let's go for a walk up here and see if we can see any more. There's plenty of footprints around here, so I'm not the only one that's been here today. Can't see any steam coming up. Let's go down here. There's a heap of footprints coming from this direction, so I might be able to see something. Got another palm tree here. It's been chopped down. Oh yes, there's another spring in here. See if I can get down for a closer look. You can see steam coming up there. It doesn't look like there's a track down in that direction, so we'll go back and have a look over here. Someone must have put a trail in here somewhere. So I've walked to wandered around, found 2 puddles. There's plenty more in the bushes. There's probably one there behind me, but I'm not going to go crashing through. So I'm going to turn around and go back to camp and have a sandwich or whatever, and yeah, rest up this afternoon, because tomorrow hopefully we're heading east. Our camp is just to, move my finger, just to the right of that block of dirt over there. So that's where our camping area is. So I'm just going to go around this hill and back, just follow the road back the way I came and back over to there. Easy peasy. There are other people coming up behind me. I don't know. They've probably taken the main road too. So I'll come across them as I'm coming back. Okay, you can stop worrying. I'm almost back at the camp. It's just there behind me. So I'm just going to cut through and have a bite to eat. Getting a bit hungry. There's a detailed map of our walk that we're doing. We're starting tomorrow. We're leaving here from Delao Springs, and then we're heading to the right, and we're ending up at Birdsville via Big Red. A total of 397 kilometres. That's the Big Red, so and another few kilometres back to Birdsville. Walking up to this looks like a, or what is a little of a plateau. That was probably south of our campus. When I was down at the springs before, and I said it was our camp was on the right hand side of this hill, so I decided to go for a walk up on top and have a look. Yeah, I'm walking with Naomi. She's the only one that's mad enough to walk with me. So we'll see how we go. Bit of a warm up for tomorrow. More of a warm up for tomorrow. Oops.
What is it?
Back into the cow. We're up on top of the hill now. There's our camp in front of us. I'll just give you a 360. This morning I walked back there, right back over here, oops, into that spot where the springs were. So the 360 of what we're seeing now. A few other people have been up here. Yes, I hate to be out here in summertime. And that's nearly a 360. That's back to a 360 of where we came from. Looks like a sacred spot here. Circle. I wonder if it's a sacred star picket. This is Naomi's first overnight hike, and she chose a 440 kilometre hike, which is more than one night, and I reckon good on her.
Yeah, I'm going to suffer.
We'll look after you.
Thank God.
Yeah. Okay, I think it's time we went back. Naomi didn't come with me, she's just over there waiting for me, so I better go back and make sure she can get back okay. I think she can. She just doesn't want to do too much walking today and bugger herself up for tomorrow or for the next 3 weeks, which is understandable. So we'll head back to the camp. We've seen this. I thought it was a mound of dirt, but it's really is just the top of a hill. Everything else is either washed away or eroded away or whatever's happened. This could have been a hill that's just decayed away too. There's plenty more of them around. There's 3 over there. Over there, they're just everywhere. Okay. Well, it's day 2 in the Simpson Desert. We got here Tuesday afternoon. Yesterday it was raining and miserable, and guess what? The Simpson Desert has not let us down. It is still wet and miserable. It's just starting to drizzle again, actually. We're supposed to start walking today at about 8 o'clock. That's not going to happen. It's just too wet and too muddy. My boots. I'll just show you what I got. Oh, crikey's. That's my boots. They're just caked in mud. They weigh about 2 kilos each. Look at that. There's no use wiping the mud off because 10 seconds later, or 2 steps later, it's back on again. So today we're going to stay put because it's just coming in raining again. I'm going to pull this up at the moment and go under cover. So we'll stay here. It's supposed to be fining today, and we'll get going tomorrow, hopefully. If we can't get going tomorrow, then there are going to be plans made to shorten the trip somehow, but we'll get there. I'll just show you. We might be able to see right over in the distance the the hot springs. You can see the steam coming off them. It's cool at the moment. I don't know what temperature it is. There's our people over there. Waiting for breakfast. Today I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably sit down and talk to people, or just go in my tent and do nothing. So I probably won't do any more filming today. I'll just wait till tomorrow and we'll go from there. So I'll talk to you again either later or maybe tomorrow. Thank you. That's the shuffle across to the tent. Is what's happening there.
Walking through pipe a lot on the phone.
A few vehicles come in. The ones on the three on the right might have come across the desert, and the ones on the left, all the white ones, have come across the Mount Dare, and they'll be trying to push across the Simpson Desert in the next day or so, or probably tomorrow I should say. Hey. If you like this video, subscribe and like, and keep watching, because there's going to be more of my trek across the Simpson Desert to follow. So until then, be good, be safe, but have a good time doing it.